welcome back. Your dreams were your ticket out. Welcome back to that same old place that you laughed about. Well, the names have all changed since you hung around, but those dreams have remained and they've turned around. Who'd have thought they'd lead ya? Who'd have thought they'd lead ya? Back here where we need ya. Back here where we need ya. Yeah, the tease him a lot, 'cause we got him on the spot. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back.
Welcome back. All right, still having some weird internet issues. Like I wasn't able to start the stream. That's weird. So I like refresh the page. I'm not sure what happened, but yeah, welcome back. Welcome back. Hopefully that last work session was a productive one for you. For me, I'm just trying to figure out what's happening. You know what I'm saying? But I did start doing a little bit of work on this project. I'm actually building. Okay, so I'm working on this project, and last week I was working on the model for it. Building, like creating a 3D model and printing it out and testing it. And I kept running into this weird issue, right? Like it kept getting stuck in a certain position. I'm like, okay, that's weird. And I think it's like it has to do with like the weight. Cause I need like a counterweight to like balance this other thing. And so I'm like, oh crap. So it's going to be like bigger. But then I thought what I could do is being able to kind of like have it fold on itself. And so that way, when I ship it, it's flat. It doesn't have to be as huge. And the people who get it can just open it up and do what they need to do. And so I need to rework the model from like scratch. And we'll see how that works. So that's what I'm going to work on and try to print a prototype. And hopefully it works. But I need to get all the stuff that's going to be on like, that it needs to counterbalance. I need to get that complete first. So then I know how much weight I need to counterbalance, right? So that's what I'm working on. So we'll see how far I can get done with that. All right, cool. So for this break session, I want to take a look at, so we've spoken about this thing before, and I think it's pretty cool. And it's called the View Transition API, right? And I'm trying to, where did I do here it is. All right, hold on, give me a second. All right, so let me share my screen here. Hopefully everything works. All right, so this is the View Transition API, right? And it's baseline 2025, so it's good to go in most browsers, like new browsers, all right? And what it does is that there's like two versions from that we spoke about before, where let's say you have a single page app, right? And you want to transition between like the pages, because single page app is just like actually one page, but the framework is making it look like it's multiple pages, right? And so that's a SPA, single page app, but it makes it feel like there's multiple pages, right? And so it helps kind of like transition. So maybe if you want to go for like, we click a link, maybe like the whole page will fade out and the new page will fade in. Or you can maybe have like a slide out and slide in kind of thing, right? And so to be able to do that before was terribly difficult. But with the View Transition API that's built into the browsers, the browser can handle that all that for you. And so, yeah, so you mentioned this here, like the SPA, right? But now, before then, I think it was SPA first, and then it worked for actual page, like new page loads. So like a traditional multi-page application where you're actually going to a different URL and that whole page is loading. You know what I'm saying? So being able to do the same thing, because with a single page app is not as complex because everything is already kind of there and you're loading within that same like tree and everything. You know what I'm saying? Whereas with an actual multi-page app, you're going to a whole nother page on that domain. And so it has its own things to load and all that sort of stuff. And so that's pretty dope. So you can do, I also saw this, there's a beginner. So let me post a link to this. It's going to be next to the recording of the video on untilit.works. So you can check it out for yourself. All right. So this kind of goes through everything you do there. All right. Cool. Now, also on MDN, shout out to the good folks at MDN, there's a friendly beginner guide. How do I share this time set? Here we go. So there's just like a beginner-friendly guide to view transition in CSS. And you can also use like JavaScript to like kick it off as well. And so, so again, you can see there. Now this, I'm not. Oh, depending on when this is written, because this is not. Yeah, it depends on when this is written, because like you saw before, it's 20. Okay, yeah. See, this is from October 9th, 2025. Yeah, since then it's become like available in all new browsers. So this is don't pay attention to that. And so a bunch of stuff here. All right, and there's like an example. So you click hobbies. You see how the page like just kind of like faded in and out, and we click back. So stuff like that you can do. All right. And you get fade out of the box, if I remember correctly. So if you just put like the basic, like just the start, it'll do it for you. But then you can actually do some CSS animations to make stuff happen. And so, like for example, this one, you'll see how hobbies kind of like slid in, right? And it's just basically just by from adding like this CSS. Kind of amazing stuff. And then you can do so this one, I think, yeah, like the homepage is going to slide to the right, I guess. Yeah, and then it'll slide back or something. Yeah, so you can see that. So that's pretty dope. Yeah, so then you can go check that out. Cool. Now, what I want to talk about today is that so you have it on the page itself, right? But what if you want it on just an element in the page, right? And so I just saw this where I was kind of like looking for stuff to talk about. And so I have not played with this much, but just haven't said. So shouts to, I'm gonna post a link. Let me put a link to everything that was shown so far. Again, it'll be next to the recording on the video. Add link, and then now this one. So as far as Chrome 147, right? Now I don't know if the other browsers have it yet. And so again, I have not, I just saw this. So, and this is from like a few weeks ago. So who knows how far along, maybe it'll tell you, but I'm not sure. Again, I just saw this. So shouts to Bramis. And so Chrome 147, which is the browser version that I'm on right now, enables concurrent and nested view transitions with element scoped view transitions. So basically you can run them like at the same time. You can do them nested at the level of the element on the page. At least that's what I'm seeing here, right? So Chrome 147 introduces element scoped view transition, a feature that lets you start a view transition on a subtree of the DOM by calling the element start view transition. All right. So I guess it's like a JavaScript thing then. All right. This feature enables multiple view transitions to run simultaneously, lets you nest ongoing view transitions, and resolves layering issues with position fixed content, all while keeping the rest of the page interactive. So you can have all this stuff moving and still be able to click other buttons and everything, like still interact with like forms and things. Okay, that's pretty dope. So what has changed? Since we announced the feature being ready for developer testing in Chrome 140, so it took them like 7 versions, we collaborated with the community and the CSS working group to finalize the details, particularly regarding default behaviors. All right, cool. You can see more about that stuff there. So I wanted to kind of show the demos. All right, so shuffling lists. This demo lets you shuffle the items in each list. You can also swap the positions of the list by selecting the button in the center. All right, so you can like, if you click reorder, right? Okay. All right, now technically what I should be able to do is be able to click this and click this. You saw how it changed. Okay, so we click this while that's going. That's also going. All right, so if I click this, this, and this, that's pretty dope. You know what I'm saying? So let me see what the let me see the JavaScript here. All right, so this is how you're shuffling it. All right. So yeah, so just running like a math random joint. All right, and then there's applying it to each one. Okay, cool. And the button not swap. Oh, okay. Okay, adding event listener. Okay. And then here's that start view transition we're talking about. So the element is the $ list, which is okay. So it's the button, right? So for each, yeah. So for each button, that's not the swap, right? Which I guess this is the swap here. Well, let me look at the CSS. Well, let me look at the HTML. Oh, these things are draggable. Or okay, sure. I don't know. So if I click this, oh wow, okay, wait a minute, that just moved it to the next one. Oh, that's pretty dope. If I click the album, oh, that's pretty dope. Huh. That is kind of awesome. And it keeps the state and everything. Wow. That's pretty dope. Okay, hold on. Sorry. I'm looking for the swap. Okay, this is the swap. Okay. See, I did not know you could do that. This is interesting. So you can do query select all, every button that's not the one that's swap. Okay, so everything else that's not swap. Interesting. So what are the buttons we have here? Okay, the only other buttons are the reorder, it looks like. Oh, that's cool. All right. All right. Yeah, so we only have 3 buttons. It's the ID. This one is ID of swap, and other ones don't have it. So in order to do it, okay. All right. I don't think I've never like did the not thing. I've done like is, and what was the other one? I did, but I've never done not. Okay, that's a good use case. All right. So then you got the button here, right? And for each one, you're going to add an event listener click. And then, oh, the list. Oh, so the previous element. So all the stuff that's in there. So because you're doing the previous element sibling. Oh, they're using a lot of like DOM tree traversal stuff here. Okay, all right, I see you. All right, and then we've got the transition, and then we have we call the shuffle elements, which is going to do that whole randomizing and switching them around. All right, all right. And then last click elements. So you get all the LIs, which are all the different album things here. And you're adding a thing there. Oh, okay. Okay. So this is when you click it, this is what happens. Oh, yeah. It's not going to move because it's already there. But okay. So I click this. All right. I'm getting a little weird janky thing, but okay. That's pretty cool. That'd be pretty cool for like to-do lists and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, that's pretty dope. All right. Like to move it to like a done or something. Or even like one of those like Kanban boards with like the multiple lanes or whatever, be able to kind of click it to make it go to the next one. That's pretty cool. All right. So let's see. So yeah, so the JavaScript there. And so the thing is, you don't have to see if they're doing it. Move before. Trying to see how they're making this happen. Okay, yeah. So for each list, all. Yeah. Okay. So here is the view start view transition. Okay. Oh, okay. I think it's doing the reverse thing. All right. So yeah, so there's a few different transition stuff happening here. Interesting. Okay. So yeah, like I mentioned before, you can like fire off the transitions through either like a page change or through like calling through JavaScript, and that's what they're doing here. Okay, that's pretty dope. All right, so because element scope view transitions are used, both lists can run their shuffle view transitions simultaneously because it's scoped to the element. You can also start the outer view transitions with swaps of positions of the list while the list items are still being reorganized. Okay. And they have this other one I kind of like looked at. It's pretty cool. So the My Patagonia trip demo demonstrates element scoped view transitions. This demo was built based on the Web UX Reimagined campaign video. Oh, it's like it looks like YouTube. Okay. So now use the drop downs to filter the grid items. Use the add button on each grid item to add into the list of the selected items which appear in the sidebar. Okay. So let's say I want to add this, right? So I want to do a snowboarding ride. Okay, cool. And then, all right, so if I want to do seasons, let's say I want to do spring. Oh, okay, interesting. I can share that. Okay. Okay. Add this. Okay. I think because I'm zoomed in, you can't really see all of it. Okay, cool. I opened it like in a new window, so you'll be able to check it out. But yeah, I opened it in a new tab kind of check it out. So the demo uses element scope view transitions in 3 places. The grid of items when filtering them, the items of the grid when adding them to the list of selected items, and the sidebar shows the list of selected items. Okay, so let's take a look. So here it is as a full page. All right. Okay, cool. So now if I add this, right? Okay. Okay, so I take it off. All right, you kind of see the transitioning. That's pretty dope. All right. So that was the adding here. Okay, made the background like white and everything. Okay. So that's that one also. We add this one. All right. And then they said also on the filtering. So if I go to summer, oh, that's pretty cool. You saw how kind of like this went away. And then this thing came up with I guess this is in the summer, how the weather is. That's pretty cool. This is like very useful. You know what I'm saying? Like I can see this being very useful because you don't really need to worry about like creating all the transitions and everything. Like it just, the browser handles it for you. And if you don't have it, it just, I guess, goes just to, you know, regular transition, like it'll just pop in. That's pretty dope. Okay. I wonder if it has like between the pages. No, okay. I thought they actually had some other pages. That's pretty cool. They got the different. That's pretty cool. So wait, so if I add this, oh, we got even like whiter. Okay, instead of like a gray. Okay, I was wondering what the color would look like. All right, no, that's pretty dope. That's pretty cool. Okay. That was a good demo. You know what I'm saying? What you can do. All right, what else? So now you can read the guide and learn more about it. So they have a whole thing here if you want to check it out. This one here. So again, yeah, shouts to Brahmis. And yeah. So yeah, so check it out. It's pretty cool. Here it is again. Wow. See, that's like, that was weird. Like it kind of like everything, it like all came out of the container. I guess it's still kind of working on it. You know what I'm saying? So you can kind of see the CSS. So here's that view transition part. So yeah, so you have the group animation takes like a second. Yeah, so you get rid of the old one, the new one. I guess this is like restarting it or something. All right. And wait, that's it. Oh. Okay. Interesting. Okay. And here's the jobs, the same shuffle stuff there. So similar like the one before. Okay. That's cool. Huh. Yeah, it's just this one button. Yeah, see, that's strange. That's a weird behavior. Okay, yeah. So something you can kind of play around with. Did they do it in the demo? Let me see something. If you click the reorder there. Okay, yeah. So it in there also came out of the container. Interesting. I guess maybe he fixed it. No, this show popover. Oh, just showing that you can still, yeah, okay. Yeah, see, it covers it. Interesting. Oh, so one workaround is to capture the popover. Okay. Okay. Let's see if they fixed it here. Again, my internet is trash. All right, so you show the popover. Okay. And it all stayed within the actual container also. Oh, that's cool. Sorry, this is kind of a okay. This is loading. This stuff is kind of fascinating to me. Like all within like CSS and a little bit of JavaScript, you can have all these really cool. Okay, yeah. So see, that stayed inside. So I guess the scope is self-participating, which I'm not sure what that means, but like it's so it stays within the UL, where I guess before it was that I guess like kind of like leaking out. I don't know. But yeah, you can check out more of this. And yeah, it's pretty cool. You can check it out. All right. Sorry. So what I'm thinking is, because I have a project that I'm working on, and I wanted it to be able to, when like you go to the homepage normally, right? You have like a list of things you can look at and choose, and they'll pop up like kind of like in that popover there. It'll show up and you can like do stuff inside of it, right? What I wanted to be able to do is have like slash whatever that item is, right? That popped up, and have that when you go there, it's like the same page, but that thing will be popped up already for you. So you can go directly without having to click it to have it pop up. You know what I'm saying? And then when you close it, you'll be back on the home page. So this could be helpful for that. So yeah. All right. Cool. All right. Sorry. Let me get y'all back to work so I can get back to work. I'm going to send y'all off with some traveling music. This right here is an artist that goes by the name of Anthony Cruz, aka A Butter. The track is called Thank You. Thanks for hanging out. Again, I posted a link next to all the things I showed, next to the recording of the video on untilit.works, so you can check it out there. And yeah, thanks for hanging out. Again, this is Anthony Cruz, aka A Butter. Track's called Thank You. All right, thanks, y'all. Y'all be easy. And see you in like 15 minutes after the hour. We'll take a look at our artist's website, listen to some music, watch some videos. Maybe you'll become a fan. All right, y'all be easy. Peace.
I want to say thank you for holding on when a brother was down and out. Now I feel so strong, and I want to say thank you for being there when a brother had nowhere to turn to. You were there, and I feel like and everybody says we spread love like I want to say thank you for holding on when a brother was down and out. Now I feel so strong, and I want to say thank you for being there when a brother had nowhere to turn to. You were there, and I feel like and everybody says we spread love like I want to say thank you for holding on when a brother was down and out.